followed then by Tell Me More, and with them as well as they come to the corner was Just Name the Price. Those are the chances as they head towards the second to last. Mexican in front, comes to the second to last, jumped at 4 lengths in front from Z Ace. 5 away, Storming the Tower, steadily winding up, battling away then also was Just Name the Price at the last. Mexican, he's 4 lengths in front from Z Ace, moving to third now. We've got Just Name the Price, Storming the Tower, and Tell Me More, but shut the gate time. Mexican home in the first. He led all the way, did Mexican, in the hands of Sean Fannin, and he bolted in second over Z Ace. Third, Just Name the Price, Tell Me More was fourth, and then Windermere Lad and Storming the Tower. Further back was Let Me By, and back and behind those were Isti Magic and Ray's Legacy. And one didn't complete the course. That was Cashel, who was under pressure a fair way from home. Has been allowed to bypass the last couple of fences. But no worries about the winner, and he had them off the nickel a fair way from home too. Number 11, Mexican. And Henry Tudor. He's got 3 to go now, and he leads by 5 lengths as he turns for home from George the Fifth. Further back then to Mr. Enthusiastic at the third to last. He skipped it. Henry Tudor, out went Alright Guru there. Coming down towards the second to last. Henry Tudor, he's over it. He skipped it again. He's 5 lengths in front from George the Fifth, and then Mr. Enthusiastic and No Tip. Eyes on the leader at the last. Henry Tudor. Oh, he's over it, and he's home James here. Henry Tudor and Lee Horner. He's run them ragged, and he bolts in towards the line. Henry Tudor. Second over George the Fifth. Third over Mr. Enthusiastic. Next over was No Tip, and then came Zed Leplin. A gap back then to All in Rock. Cheval de Fond I don't think was persevered with, and I'm not sure if Pavlichenko was as well. And the casualty was Alright Guru, who crashed out at the third to last. On him completely here, it's still Revolution by 4 lengths from Willie John McBride. Class above, if I could be so bold as to tip one up, that possibly could be the danger to this leader. Coming down towards the third to last, it's Revolution leads by 3 from Class above. Willie John McBride out wider then. Lacustra starting to appear on the scene as well. Down towards the 200 metres, Revolution. Willie John McBride's coming again on the inside at the last. Oh, he ploughed through it, Revolution, and almost dislodged the rider, and Willie John McBride, Class above, and Lacustra. Willie John McBride is going to win it. Second over, Class above. Third, Lacustra, and then possibly Result Merchant on the inside of Magic Cannon and Revolution, who blew it at the last when he made an awful botch of it. Back near the tail was Into the Mystic, and just going across the line now was Rich Habit. 3 away then is Guy Fox. Galante to the outside from the Great Guru, No Change. Further back the other half. At the third to last, 4:50 to go. He's Dan the leader, tackled by He's All Jazz. 2 lengths away, It's a Wonder. Guy Fox along the inside. Further back then, we've got the Great Guru. Galante, I couldn't have it. At the 200 metres, He's All Jazz dash to the lead for Lemmy Douglas. 1 to go. He's All Jazz in front. Climbed through it, but leads by 2. Delegates made up a huge amount of ground. It's a Wonder, but it's He's All Jazz and Lemmy Douglas home here, and He's All Jazz will win it. Second over, Delegate, a huge run. Third, Photos between either No Change or It's a Wonder. And behind them, He's Dan, who made it interesting, followed by the other half then Guy Fox, Fast Catch, Galante. Further away was the Great Guru, and Eddie Gilbert will be the last of them home. Exciting race. Further back is Kanzak in the last pair, Infoxicated, and Brecky at Tiffany's, Homeward Bound. Oh, one dropped the rider there. That was Banks Road. Dislodged the rider coming into the home straight. So as they head down to the 300 metres, it's Cowboys Don't Cry, the leader. Leads by 3 from Mr. Moore. Burdock Velvet Prince, Turo Di Patinko. Further back, Kanzak. But at the 150, Cowboys Don't Cry. They'll be smiling today. Cowboys Don't Cry, and Buddy Lammis led all the way. Burdock Velvet Prince is going to hold on for second ahead of Isti Moore, then Turo Di Patinko, and behind it next was Kanzak, followed by Infoxicated, then Shahana and Brecky at Tiffany's, and the favourite, Banks Road. Further back in the field now was Ave Maria, gets to the outside, looks to run on, and then heading the rest is Rod Mar as they head for home. 450 to go, still Transformer the leader. Moose is about 2.5 lengths away, followed then by Sanasi out wider. Running on is Unveiling down the outside, then Rod Mar. Further back, Ave Maria. It's Transformer the leader at the 200. Moose is trying hard, Sanasi's getting up and behind them. It's still Transformer. Moose out wide, one for the ditch is starting to appear. Transformer Transformer in front. Grandstand finish coming up, and one for the ditch on the outside has got up from near last for Scotty McNabb. One for the ditch has won at photos for second and third between Ave Maria, Transformer. Right there also were Moose and Unveiling, and then followed Red John running on from Rod Mars and Nassi, and also Medini in a very good finish, probably one of the best finishes of the day. And behind them next, Del Corby, followed by Lotus Lord, then Barb Dwyer, Fort Knox and Taboo will be one of the last to go past. Here comes the Arabian Duke around the outside for Aaron Kuru. And behind them next then is That's How It Goes from Highly Likely, then Venerate and Delacroix up towards a home turn. 500 metres to go, 2 fences to go, the race on. And the leader, the Arabian Duke, he's making his playful glory. Comes to the second and last, leads over by a length and a half from Yipson. 4 lengths away, Delacroix, Highly Likely, then Venerate, and That's How It Goes at the last. The Arabian Duke asked for a big one, he just dipped on landing, but he's got the momentum up. The Arabian Duke in front, 3 lengths from Yipson. Delacroix's arriving with a wet sail. It's still the Arabian Duke and Aaron Kuru, who's made the jump season his own throughout the year. And the Arabian Duke beat Delacroix. Third, Yipson. Fourth over, That's How It Goes, I think, from Highly Likely, and then Venerate. And then Cabello Noir, who wasn't persevered with, and neither was the name's Bond. Just looking back at him, he appears to be okay, the name's Bond, but he just got further and further behind them with about 1,600 metres to go, and Matt Kropp decided to pull him out of the race. Further back in the field then as Caleb goes wide as well. With it is Mi Piashi and then Luanyard Miracle. Homeward bound they are, though, 350 to go, and Pythagoras at the lead here and got away by 2 or 3 now from battling away Good Vibes. Surrey's looking to run on, further out Luanyard Miracle, but Pythagoras, he's a mile in front with 100 to go. Mi Piashi, Surrey and then Luanyard Miracle. They won't get Pythagoras. Pythagoras is bolted in second over photos here between either Surrey or Mi Piashi, then Luanyard Miracle. Back and behind those then as they went across the line would have been Baboonsky. With it also was out wide on the track was Caleb. Abacus was next, and then followed Atomic Blast. Further back in the field then 2 Good Vibes, and Sensational will be the last of them home. And the pacemaker is the Fott from up on the outside of it, Little Max. Stephen James is out in the centre of the track looking to run on now. Closer in along the inside, Piggy Malone as they get to the 300 metres. Stephen James ranged up on the outside. The Fott is still kicking. Disraeli coming through along the inside. And out wide, Mr. Bazamore. Stephen James made the lead at the 150. Disraeli on the inside trying hard. But it's Stephen James. Disraeli and out wide, Mr. Bazamore. Stephen James gets the money in the last. Second over was going to be Disraeli, and then followed over by Mr. Bazamore, Lord Have Mercy, and in behind those as they went across the line then would have been Piggy Malone, then followed over by Just a Boy Bullseye. With it as well was Mr. Fott, then followed further back in the field by Aperol. Back in behind those then was Acacia, and back with them Loose Shoe as well with Ariana, Little Max, Udachi, and Pop Diva was back near the tail of the field.